Hi, I'm so excited today because my dear friend and teacher, Guru Jagat, has her book out, Invincible Living, The Power of Yoga, the Energy of Breath, and Other Tools for a Radiant Life. So I'm so excited for this.
Yeah.
I mean, I just feel like I've been following your path and your career, and I see how you've touched so many people and changed so many people's lives, me being one of them. So I just wanted to share it with all of you, some of her power and her teachings.
Thank you, Shiva, and thank you for supporting. As you know, this was quite an effort. You know, you don't realize how much work it's going to be to write a book, which I know you're doing right now, and so it's quite an act of love. So thank you for supporting.
Of course,
the mission.
of course.
And I'm really excited because I think, as we've talked about over the years, these practices of Kundalini yoga and meditation are so mass kind of consumptive because they're so easy and so fast and so efficient, and anybody can do them in the backseat of a car, not driving the car, but waiting to pick up your kid, you know, after school,
right,
or at your desk, or, you know, a little something before you get going in the day, or a little something before you, I call it meditation, a little something before you go to sleep. And I think now more than ever,
we need it. But it's also scientific. I mean, that's what I try to tell people. Like, it really is, somehow Yogi Bhajan was channeling this material, and it's scientific. Like, when you really do it, you feel it physiologically, you feel it emotionally.
Yeah, he was quite I call it a yogic scientist, but he said often, Yogi Bhajan, the master of Kundalini yoga, who brought these teachings to the West, he would say often, this is something that won't be understood for 500 years. This is a medicine, or something that's going to heal the body or change the emotional, mental, brain chemistry, blood chemistry. I want to teach actually a quick little meditation that was one of these that he said when he gave it. He said, this is the medicine of the future. And I think in this time when everyone is so pressurized and feeling, you know, a lot of people are feeling very disenfranchised with everything that's going on in the world, and also technology and just the pressure of the modern life, many people are kind of going for whatever's going to numb them out, whether it's food or sex or television or whatever
social media.
In a major way. I mean, think about how much you have to actually consciously try not to.
No, I noticed that. I mean, I use it for business, but sometimes I'm on Instagram like, wait, what am I? Oh, I'm just checking out. Okay, enough. You know. Yeah. Please teach us.
Okay, awesome. So this meditation is called Medical Meditation for Habituation. He actually called it Medical Meditation for Habituation because it's medicine. So we'll do a couple minutes of it, and it'll be the longest couple of minutes that you've ever had. But it's still only a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
And I know you've been practicing it. I practice it personally. We've just had stories of so many people all of a sudden through a couple minutes of practice of this every day, finding that they're not thinking the same way, or they're not acting the same way.
It changes the neural pathways, right?
Yes.
That's the thing with the science.
Yeah.
And how should they do it for a specific amount of time? Like, just to try it? Like, try this for what?
I mean, I'm kind of a person, try it, see if it actually does something to you, if you notice that you have a change, and then that's going to be the thing that actually initiates you wanting to do more of it.
Right.
And you know, Yogi Bhajan did say in 40 days a habit can get changed in 90 days. There's like kind of a sequence of he gave, but I'm more of a fan of get something that works for you and then practice it. Just do it, you know, do it for a couple minutes every day. And this one, 3 minutes is a very heavy dose of something that will totally change your brain chemistry in your life.
Let's do it. Let's change our brain chemistry.
Let's do it. So with Kundalini Yoga, if you're new to it, we use the science of sound, and a lot of the sound is just a movement of the tongue and the lips that changes the neurology. It changes your brain chemistry, and they've actually proven, since we're talking about science, that when you make sound, when you sing, when you use vibration, the brain chemistry actually changes. Serotonin, dopamine, oxytocin starts, so it makes you happy.
Yeah.
So we use a little sound to open open up the space with Kundalini Yoga. And if you don't know it, then you can just like, I'm actually going to give the householder's way to do this. So say you're like in a rush, you just have a couple minutes, you want to do it fast, we'll do it like this. So you bring the hands together. The mantra we use is Ong, O-N-G, Namo, Guru, Dev Namo. And we'll do it 3 times and we'll just say it. So say you were like sitting at your desk, you could even say it silently to yourself. So take an inhale, exhale, inhale. Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo, Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo, Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo. Inhale. Hold the breath. And exhale. So that's the real kind of simple way just to put that intention there. And then we'll bring the fingers into the pads of the palms and thumbs into the temples. And here you're doing, these are called temples, not just for a coincidence. This is a...
Oh, that's really beautiful.
Yeah. So this is an entryway into a whole sacred part of you, which is the kind of these brain centers called the pineal gland and the pituitary gland. So the thumbs come here. You're going to squeeze the back molars just gently. Don't break any, no breaking of dental work here. Just a little squeeze. And each time you squeeze the back molars together, you're going to think these sounds. Sa, ta, na, ma. So sit up tall, close the eyes, a little squeeze of the back molars, breathe through the nose. Focus both on the sound and the rhythm to focus the mind. Inhale. And exhale. And right now, you can experience, you can feel, not so we can talk about it, but you can actually feel what happens to you. You totally drop into a different brainwave. How are you feeling right now?
Amazing, just more centered, and my mind isn't giving me the the chatter.
Yeah.
So I feel really, grounded and rooted.
It is, it's a long 3 minutes because you're actually pulling your whole kind of habitual thinking patterns and maybe things that you've been doing for a long time, things that you've been thinking for a long time. You're pulling them into a rhythmic, that's why the rhythm is so important, into a rhythmic kind of intelligence, which will change you on, we've had people get off of heroin all the way to people just stop complaining, which is a huge addiction.
Huge, yes. Because I always think people who practice Kundalini always have this sort of luminous, glowing beauty, and their faces always seem so, like gravity doesn't strike them.
Yeah.
It seems, what are you doing?
Gravity. What are you guys doing over there? It's true, and Yogi Bhajan gave so many of these kind of vitality secrets, and so I found a couple that I thought would be really fun.
Good,
and you can do them. You can do them.
In the car.
The first thing I want to do is it's a facial yoga thing, and this will start to sculpt and clear some of the lymphatic. It'll drain lymphatic fluid from the face. So you're going to take the thumbs and you're going to place them right under the cheekbone. So it should hurt a little bit. I mean, you don't want to, hurt yourself. You're not bruising yourself, but just a little pressure here. And you can kind of even lean into it slightly and close the eyes and breathe. Really deep breath through the nose because the oxygen's going to help. Good. Inhale. And exhale. So that totally tones and kind of brightens your cheekbones and just all your facial muscles.
Love it. Will it enhance my cheekbones?
It enhances your cheekbones. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
The other thing that it does is it really helps with the spinal fluid, which also is anti-aging. So it gets the spinal fluid moving. Another thing for metabolism, this is awesome. So you're going to take your fingers and place them
under, kind of close to this, the you know, actual jaw, chin, and you're gonna open the eyes wide, and we're gonna make a sound while we kind of vibrate here. So it goes, inhale. And exhale.
And what is that good for?
That's really good for the parathyroid. So, and again, parathyroid has a lot to do with your beauty, with the cleanliness of your blood and the way that you age. And Yogi Bhajan said that you can get to the parathyroid much easier than the thyroid. So if you really go at it, like, you know, you want to look stupid and really go at it and really vibrate this gland here, you will get such a like major dose of energy. It's pretty amazing. And he said practice that every day for, you know, a couple weeks. You will like be surprised by what it does.
I know what I'm doing today.
Yeah. Kind of, it's like, you know, you kind of don't do it in public.
Yeah, exactly.
But like we're doing it. And like we're about to do this one. Ready? Okay. Here, right at the center of these, I want this to be like, you know, really well-watched video. Ready? We're going to put it right, the nipples right here. And then you go like this. This is going to be rated well.
And what is this good for?
This
Besides
is really
ratings.
So this is really good for all of the lymphatic, you know, drainage.
It actually feels really good.
And it's also really good to tonify, stimulate and tonify your muscles.
God, I realize I never.
No one ever does.
Breasts.
And there's something there's a reflex point here. So we're working that reflex point. So another one. And the last one I'll give is, he said, do it for a couple of minutes before you go out, wherever you have to go. It makes you so shiny, bright, and radiant. So we're going to take these hands again, and these kind of ribs right underneath the breasts, if you're a woman or if you're a man, you're watching this, this is fun, right? But it's called the seventh rib, and again, we're going to be rubbing really vigorously right here. It actually should kind of, you know, again, it should be a little bit sensitive because we're trying to get some energy into parts of the body.
It feels a little tender
right
there, right?
So keep going and see if you can work it, you know, vigorously. Breathe through the nose.
Should we be saying anything? Any mantra or no?
No, just breath. Good breath. Oxygen.
Shiny, shiny, shiny.
Shiny. And then inhale. And exhale. You feel that, right?
Yeah, I really feel that. I feel energized.
Don't you feel energized?
Oh my God, you're amazing.
And it's, you know, imagine doing 5 minutes of that. He said that's like a real workout.
I feel like a tingling here, and it's like moving all over. It's like this tingling sensation that's like energized me.
Yeah, it's good. So any of that you could do way longer than we just did, you know, 3 to 5 minutes. And it's quite
so much better than like a shot of espresso or...
I mean, I like a shot of espresso, but yes.
I'm just saying, like in addition to your shot of espresso.
Exactly.
But I mean, when you're doing this, you don't need probably some of the stimulants that we all go to.
And also just, I mean, everybody wants to age gracefully, and we don't have a lot of role models, and I appreciate what you do in the world because we need role models of just, you know, beauty from the inside out in all the ways, you know, and in all the different kind of parts of our life. So thank you for your work, Shiva.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Satnam.
Satnam.
Satnam.